Yeah, very experienced as well, Saehyuk, the defensive player, the chopper as we just heard. Many do feel he was the best ever defensive player, and we will see to some of those skills. Ranked in the world top 2 since July 2006, team silver in the London Olympics. Shang Kun of China also, of course, very experienced player, left-hander. Won the Polish Open in 2009 after winning 9 straight points to recover from the last game where he was 3-10 down. So he knows how to cling on. 2015 Japan Open, won that, beat Ma Long in 5 sets. Likes a battle. Well, he might get one with this guy, defensive player. Team silver at the London Olympics, single silver at the 2003 World Championships. Hasn't necessarily had the best of health, but he's looking pretty good here, and he's looking to show that defensive play is not dead and buried just yet.
Yeah, this should be a spectacular match. The strong Chinese player against the South Korean defence. Get long rallies here. A very, very heavy chop, and obviously made his whole way through to the World Championship final in 2003.
And of course, the interesting thing about T2, it doesn't mean it's going to be a long 5-setter over goodness knows how many hours. It's going to be less games won in 24 minutes, which is probably not the best for them because they need to win points for their team and for themselves. First blood to defence. That's a lovely forehand from the left-hander. Put a lot of pressure onto Ju. Oh, it's unlucky. Some brilliant defending from Ju. Had no right to get that first one. And just caught the net. And he did try to attack.
It's really fast play, and when he's got the chance, Shang Kun, he's going to try and target that wide forehand so that it's not going to come back as a defensive shot so often.
Leg 2-4.
Very intricate serve he's got there. And tied to the body.
He's just mistiming that once or twice, the ball just checking up on the table a little bit. Obviously, this being a brand new ball, there'll be more chalk on it. After it's been whacked around a little bit, there'll be a lot less on it.
Oh yes. Well, we saw the chop, but we've also seen that he can play a forehand that absolutely dipped and swerved. Beautiful stuff. Look how far back he is.
And that's what's superb about the modern choppers. Before it was just chop, chop, chop on both sides. Now they look to get back into the point and attack. Spectacular.
4-6.
Just floated it too far that time.
Well, there's certainly no dusting off the cobwebs here, is it? It's just straight in. Power against power. It's brilliant.
It's like trading left hooks from the start of round one, isn't it? Overpowered him eventually.
7-5.
And Yorgodoskov liked that very much indeed. We're at the other side of where the camera is, a little, you can see there, and we couldn't actually see him, he was so far back. Oh, this is excellent stuff. A really entertaining match in prospect for our crowd. 20 minutes still of it to go.
That was a clever little dig there. Didn't push the ball as long as he had in previous points.
Hand up of apology from Shang Kun.
When the ball's travelling as quickly as that, any slight clip of the net can be a huge difference then to the ball coming to the other side of the table.
8-7. Still to get anywhere near to a first game. Most matches have already been
9-7.
well, certainly close to being a first game done. Straight up, Yorgodoskov, the captain. Yes, he says. Likes the attack from Shang Kun.
He definitely appreciates that, because Yorgodoskov himself was named a lot of the times as the best player in Europe against Chop.
11-7. Game to Team Rossi.
Well, that was great work from Shang Kun. And he takes the advantage in this match. And Team Rossi will be happy about that. They were still down in total points from this session, but it's only 3-2. And just 5 minutes or so to wrap up that first game.
Yeah, I mean, you can see that Shang Kun, although his ranking is supposedly outside the top 50 in the world, that's a lot of nonsense. He's right up there. He plays in the Chinese Super League, and he's playing guys of this level week in, week out in that.
Level.
Just took a touch. And Shang Kun very sportingly just pointed to that point. There you go. Yeah, just took a nibble.
Good little change of pace. It doesn't matter how hard you hit the table tennis ball. Sometimes you've just got to look like you're going to wind up and then change the pace. So that was really good.
Oh, well, a net cord one way, then a net cord the other. Had both those players scurrying.
Well, there was no sign of concrete hands there at all. That was a lovely deft touch as he just caressed that ball back round the net.
Yeah, and went from subtlety to power from one point to the other, and an awful lot of curve on that. We get a great view right down the barrel where we were watching. Dipped, curved.
3-all.
Need a bit of hand-eye coordination to deal with that, and even then it's sometimes not good enough. Samara has stayed on to watch her compatriot in terms of Team Rossi play. Wardrinkle is there as well. Whether he's expecting to be up next or knows he's got a later berth, I don't know. We were playing with him last week, getting him ready.
3-all.
England v Scotland, that would have been a feisty affair.
Yeah, well, he was taking the practice very seriously. That was him practicing every day last week, so yeah, he's definitely upped his practice.
Practicing all the new rules, of course, as well. 15 minutes on the clock, and this has been a slow by T2 standards match. Not without its excitement though, and there's yet more. What a point that was.
That's scary. That some of the times you watch rallies like this in the practice hall, you don't often get rallies like this right out on the match table. Superb.
Forget the team captain, my co-commentator was almost out of his seat.
You could see that when he just came into the ball at a slightly different angle, which meant he chopped down on the ball, but there was no spin on it. And that's really hard to tell from the other side of the table when it's underneath the table.
Very good. 5-all.
Georg Roskopf saying very good, and it was good adaptation on that point, really. Smile on the face of Saehyuk. He threw absolutely everything at Shang, and he kept coming back.
It was a bit like one of those where he had to try and save a penalty there. He had to go left or right, chose the wrong way.
Well, we may not have many games completed in this time, but we've had a lot of entertainment.
5-6. 5-7.
That's it, we've had 12 points. It's always a towel break after every 6 points.
But we are supposed to have it within 15 seconds, and it's not quite happening at the moment. I wonder whether we'll see a tightening up on that. Look at that, look at the skill. Didn't quite get over there at that time, but we've seen some almost miraculous recoveries and returns. They've been gasping in the crowd away to our right. And that's what we want to hear and see. Great entertainment from these two. Just long. Referee looked across at her counterpart just to check. Look at the power from Shang. Getting down low to play the ball.
Lovely change of pace and height there as well. Change the trajectory of that topspin, which then meant it kicked a little bit higher than normal. And Shang Kun just misjudging that, as you see on screen.
Ended up in the VIP area. Someone had to get out of their comfy seat to go and fetch the ball.
What a disaster, eh?
Maybe asking for his money back.
Yes. 8-7.
Shang edging ahead again. He's got to hurry up here. He's got 15 seconds.
And the ball's coming back a lot heavier off that backhand side, especially when he uses the long pimple. And it just depends. Sometimes he twiddles there and he changes the rubber. So So you've got to keep watching. Is it the black side or is it the red side of the rubber as the ball floats over?
It's all a bit too much to take in for the mere mortal.
9-8.
What we do know is it's close, this one. And Ju has the advantage. Oh, what a shot that one.
10.
That's right up there with all the stuff we've seen today on T2.
From the commentary box there, we all went the same way as his head, which was to the left. The ball went to the right, and of course that means a clean winner.
Fabulous stuff. And a chance for Saehyuk to get back into this match and make it 1-1.
8-10.
Oh, it took the net, took the side of the
9-10.
table. And a lifeline for Shang Kun. Yeah, it's long, and there you go. It's levelled up at 1 apiece, and that's really good work from Saehyuk, who, no wonder that Jürgen Pearson's so happy with him. There was some miraculous defensive work from him.
Yeah, he had to sharpen up his footwork there and recovery between shots. He had to chop with a little bit of a shorter action as well, so he could save time between each shot.
He's one of those athletes though, I mean, as a defensive player, he's doing a lot of running around and he still looks as fresh as a daisy out there at the moment.
Yeah, it's incredible fitness and the leg strength and the anticipation and all of that.
And that at 37. There's hope for all of us yet, you know. 2 games gone, they're allowed a minute to have a chat.
I can assure you from the commentary box that our seats are not as comfortable as the ones you see there.
I'm going to be having a word with the management myself. We've got a nice recliner, don't we? Now we're good enough, and we've got a really good view here just to the left of your picture, and you can really pick up the dips and the swerves, and that's an education in itself. And this is a man, it's always a pleasure to watch. 9:20 on the clock, a game apiece. Crowd love that. What is there not to like?
I mean, some players can go a whole career and not hit as many good shots as we've seen in that rally.
That was just the highest quality of table tennis. And another one from Ju.
True love.
Ball disappears somewhere. Still not quite sure where. Absolutely launched into it, didn't he? Oh, just a little bit too strong from Shang Kun.
Would have loved to have seen that shot come back. Look at that, he tried to bend round the right hand side of the ball, Saehyuk.
Doesn't have to go along over the net, as long as it lands on the other side, you'll be fine. It's long.
1-3.
A lot of coaches would teach you when you're about to hit the ball not to move your head, but actually, ironically, that's what's winning Saehyuk a lot of these points, is that big head movement.
It's almost as if he watches the ball when he chops it very hard and then flicks his head back up again. Well, these games have been hard fought, and looking at the math, it's very possible you might end up in that kill zone the last 2 minutes with a game just finishing. Just a reminder, if we do get to that point, then we call the kill zone. The clock is stopped, it doesn't matter anymore, and we go first to 5. And you win a point and the game. That's the beauty of this form of table tennis T2. Hope you're enjoying it. It's new to the world today.
We've seen a wonderful game earlier in the kill zone between Alexander Shibayev and Harimoto of Japan. It went right down to the final couple of points.
If we don't finish before, and just a reminder, we get to 0 time, then the next point, and whoever's winning will win the game. But also, if it's tied, then it's a 1 point tie break. Showing a bit of attack as well as defence. Really good all-round performance from Ju.
And you can really hear the knowledgeable crowd in here and really appreciate a good point.
Just long.
4-5.
And Shang within touching distance.
What's so amazing about this game is the way that Shang Kun is able to contort his body, exert that huge force through it, and then the very next shot just go back to a gentle touch over the net. That's really tough, and you don't get that in many sports.
Once you start all that out attack, you always feel like you need to keep going.
That's maybe where we go wrong.
Let 5-6.
It's long again.
6-4.
Apology from Shang. I'm not quite sure. I didn't see a touch, but obviously there was one. 5-7. Ju trails. Chance for a quick towel down, but it's all supposed to be done and dusted in 15 seconds. Just enough time for us to look at some of this fabulous work here. Look how low he gets on that forehand as well. I mean, that generates the power, doesn't it?
So important to get down to the ball, and it's not just for that shot, it's so that you can recover and move to the next shot after that.
Your knees won't forgive you in 15 years' time though. It really puts such a lot of pressure on the joints. Just couldn't cut it on. And certainly the tide is flowing the way of Shang Kun at the moment. I wonder if this will wrap up within the last 2 minutes.
6-8.
Saehyuk doing his best to hang in there.
I think it would be fitting a game of this quality that we did head into the kill zone. Let's see what happens though in the remainder of this set.
Timeout. 1 minute.
Timeout has been called. Team Pearson. Understandably, Saehyuk a little bit under the hammer there. Watch the eyes. The head may move, the body may move, the eyes fixed on that ball.
Let's give credit to Saehyuk, the way that it looks like he's been battered and bruised all over the place, but when you look at the scoreboard, it's 1-1 and he's only 8-7 down, so credit to the South Korean player.
You never know, it might still nick it, and may also get into a kill zone and win that shootout as well. Last words from Jürgen Persson. Jürgen Roskopf, the other side, sends his charge out as well. We're about ready to get underway. 2:44 on the clock. Either 3 or 4 points away from taking this game. You do the maths.
Wonderful heavy spin, nice and low from Shang Kun. That made it really difficult for the topspin reloop, as you'll see on screen.
Oh, bamboozled that time. Really didn't know what to expect there. There's so much spin on it. Still a chance for Ju. Nine. Will it be wrapped up with some time on the clock? I need to get on with this. Well, he's looking a little bit more sprightly in his step now. This is definitely more than 17 seconds. Well done, referee. Just a little nudge in the right direction.
Let's keep the play moving, guys.
It's about 40 seconds gone, isn't it, really, off the clock? But a chance to wrap it up for Shang Kun. That was long, always off balance. Less than a minute then, game point. Next point wins it. If they hurry up, we might get another kill zone in as well.
No zone, no deuce, last point.
Timeout. Timeout is called from the Persson camp.
Time out, 1 minute.
Well, timeout called with everything on the line. And if they can play this point, the clock did tick on a little bit after the timeout was called, but there's still 28 seconds on there.
So let's see if Persson's 30 odd years of experience are going to tell here.
Someone's going to win with this point. Let's get on with it, guys. And there you are. Now we should go to the kill zone because we've still got time on the clock. So Shang Kun takes it. And we will go to a best of 5.
Next, kill zone.
And the umpire there voices out that we're going to enter the kill zone.
She's got an inscrutable face. I'd be worried if she told me that, you know. So we had about, 14 seconds left on the clock. Ju Saehyuk lost that one on that last agonising point, but he has a chance to come back here and level things up. So just to let you know, in the kill zone there's a little bit of time in the last 2 minutes left and you finish a game. It's the first to 5, the time doesn't matter, the clock is off, And it's just a really quick thrash to see who can get an extra game under their belt.
3% to serve. Love all.
Oh yes! Are you sure that's a defensive player?
We really are in the kill zone here, and he feels it, and everyone around us.
Just get on with it. No time for a pattern to emerge. Just win the points. Whole bench is up for Team Rossi. It's a real interesting clash of styles. What a good comeback from Shang Kun. Just too strong. Couldn't get enough on it to chop it back. Shang Kun does a quick lap of honour around his side of the table.
3-1.
Yeah, there was no spinning that ball up slowly. That was laced with backspin as well.
Oh, took the net and went long.
3-2. 4-1. Sorry, 4-1.
So, game point here. It's the first to 5 in the kill zone, remember. So, another chance.
2-4.
Just long. 2-4 then. Another chance to put this one to bed for Shang Kun, who's serving. And it's long, and he'll take that extra game. Well, I think they quite enjoyed that match. Good smiles between the two of them. And Shang Kun triumphs by 3 games to 1, including that kill zone game right at the end. Excellent work from these two. I really enjoyed watching them. That was the winning moment, but this game has been an absolute classic. It's not perhaps as quick as it has been with some of the others. We had to go to the kill zone to get the 4th game in, but at every point you expected fireworks.
Yeah, super there. Attack against defence. The modern defensive game where you're still looking to come in, change the game, change the spins,